Hey guys, what's going on? This is Dean here with Burn One today, joined with Kit.
Yep, definitely didn't restart this video because of
Definitely,
recording issues.
no issues here. Um, what we're bringing you guys today is some actual match commentary. I have my entire bro run, so we're gonna be doing these videos. Maybe like one a day. That might be a little ambitious. These videos will be coming out definitely though with some commentary over my games. So first is AO. I played Weiss level 1 into Yang level 3. This deck doesn't work. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's a little rough. The
Yeah, I
only
can't believe
testing,
you I can't believe you entered the tournament with this list. I was
yes.
very surprised when you sent it to me.
Well, so I played the bar choice list, right? And the bar choice was okay, right? It was like
It was the
fine.
bar combo.
The bar two cigarettes.
Cigarettes?
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
okay.
terrible, but it wasn't that bad. But the Yang top end has a little bit of reach, right? Was my thought. And I've been
Hmm.
playing the Weiss level, like my pants standby list. Okay, it's good. It's got legs. It's 0 is good. It's 1 is good. It's 2 is good. It's 3 is good. Sadly, those cards don't work the way that I thought they would. When you remove the standby trigger, right? Like, because when you standby out the 2-1 with the other list, it gives you a much better like game, right? Because you standby out this thing, suddenly your 6Ks or 7Ks, they threaten like counter. You're able to like spawn your brainstorm while also advancing your game plan. While in this build, I don't know how to find cards. Like once you lose a card, there's like really no way to get it because your opponent gets to choose your hand for you, and so the deck is infinitely worse. So I'm starting off with the. Oh no, does it actually catch that too? Okay, well.
It is what it is. I think you need to change it to 2 times speed too, because every time you restart it, it resets to 1.
Oh, I didn't restart the video. This is 2 times speed.
Is this 2 times speed? It looks so slow for 2 times speed, but maybe that's
Does
just
it?
me.
It might be like 1.5 times speed. I mean, Weiss is a slow game, right?
Yeah.
Um, is this?
So what do you think of this matchup in general?
I guess we can try
Like,
this. Oh, dude,
it
now
seems
we're
like
now we're moving.
we're schmoving. All right.
Okay, this matchup in general. So the Kanata Marin deck, it has like actual reach. Maybe this is why it
Mm-hmm.
crashed the first time. Maybe we can't do 2 times speed.
Whoa, it's
The
moving
matchup.
so.
Oh, it's
All right.
jittering. It's jittering. This is
Yeah,
Oh my god. Might have to splice this. Oh, is this because I hit the down arrow? Is this like half
probably.
speed? Or is this two? No. Cards are tellable. Oh my god, what the hell's happening?
I'm gonna see if clean cut here.
What is happening? Oh, I bet I know what's happening. Okay. Well, we're back. We got the normal speed. Yeah, I have the clean cut. I managed a clean cut with the Yang during the jumping in the video.
Hmm.
We, just a standard turn, answering his level 0. I think that the level 0 game and 1 game is like very weak. The level 2 game actually gives me issue because they are able to pretty much find everything to make your board hard to like establish, right? Because you're
Yeah, I don't remember your exact list too, but I know if one thing that gets out of control with Kanata Marin is if they have a turn where like Kanata lives, like even if just even
well.
one of them lives, it feels really bad if they slam another climax after.
So what was really sad about this deck that I played is I didn't actually vet the power lines really, right? I didn't think about a lot of things with this deck. I kind of just threw it together in like 10 minutes and then submitted it
Hmm.
for the event. And then was told that I couldn't change my deck list. So that's where things got a little rough. Um, I could not answer a single one of those contests. I'm going to be honest with you. My power lines were 500 under. Like
Oh
I
my
could I
god.
could not get bigger than those things without like doing some like absurd plays, and then I would have just ran into the counter because the Kanata always finds the counter, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, it was
Like you should expect like a power line of at least like 14. You have to be 14k on defense to like quote unquote safely kill Kanata, right?
yeah. I mean, but that's like the problem with this list again. Like I said, compared to when I played with the standby, right? Because of the standby, I'd have the
Mhm.
Rabbit in the back row, Global 1,000. I'd have a Pura up. That's another 1,500. Suddenly, the Blake is, that's 2-5 extra power. And if I had to, I'd find the Jean assist, and that's another 1,500. So I'd go 11, 12, 5, 14, 15K. I'd be 15K on a sideline with the Pura,
Mhm.
with the Blake. So I would be able to actually clear these cards. So yeah, we see triple Weiss coming down. This is why this deck is broken. He hands me the vanilla. Little does he know that is the best card in my deck.
Oh wait, is this still play the shopkeeper?
Oh yeah, that's like I said. I kind of just threw this together and like put the good cards in.
Oh my
And you see
god.
here we're stacking a restander because we have to push damage. We have to swing for. No wait. Okay, I think I decided that 4 was too greedy, and I think I just would swing for 3 because there's like open lanes, right?
Yeah.
I think my thought was if he eats like 4 every swing, right? Like, oh, sorry, not 4, but if I swing for 4 on every swing, that's like gives him the highest chance to just completely sack me. Well, if I swing like 3, he's probably gonna eat 6. That's like my thought. Because have you ever like when you swing for 4 or swing for 5 on first deck, and then your opponent cancels on that exact amount, and suddenly it feels like you've lost control of the game.
Of the entire game and your life, yeah, understandable.
Yeah, so that's why I think I'm opting to not stack soul triggers.
Do you think pushing the damage here? Because I know Kanatamari and its like power like line gets really crazy at level 2. But do you think pushing if you're able to like guarantee the push to level 2 immediately here, do you think that would have been better in general? Because he has such little resources. He had what 1 turn of setting up hand. I doubt he has 2 counters and 2 level 3s in his hand to change
Oh my.
with the
Well,
climax.
there may be some spoilers ahead for you.
Oh no.
Uh, um, yeah, some players are just built different.
Fair.
But oh no, here you go. Here's why Weiss is broken. Check out this. Stacking the choice for the double
Mhm.
plus. But
That's pretty
then,
cute, actually.
but then I
Standby's the same thing though. Standby's like a better plus though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the problem. Is I was realizing that I
Yeah.
couldn't grab like actual good cards. I'm like, man, I would like a. No, I think I already have a brainstorm. But like, right, like sometimes I'm like, man, I'd like a brainstorm. Or I'd like to put this assist on the board,
Hmm.
or like like maybe I want to put down a Pira Rize in like an open lane or something. And in this game, I'm just like, oh, I can grab this level assist, which doesn't make my cards big enough. Don't ask why I'm playing the Jean. Oh no, I remember now why. Because he fixed for yellow.
Does he fix for yellow? Oh, that's when you know you're playing a very solid deck when you
Yeah.
play a card that kind of sucks because it's a color.
Well, there's like no. So in RWBY, there's only 3 assist options. Let's just see my opponent just went straight to 2-1. In
Mhm.
RWBY, there's only 3 assist options at level 2 and before. There's the Cinder assist that needs to play the wrong Ricky, right? It has to play the
Mhm.
Amber. I don't like that one. There's a blue
Mhm.
level assist that has pay 1, ditch a climax, salvage. That's a 1-1. And then there's the Jean. And I'm like, well, I don't really care about putting down a 1-1 at 1. If I'm going to be putting down an assist, it'd be at 2. So I'd rather have the yellow fix for my combo than play the blue card.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm only playing like 7, 9 yellow cards in the deck. Oh yeah, so we see the Roboco come down, and you said a turn of hand fixing. Well, um, this this helmet girl is pretty strong. I'm just gonna say that
Yep.
much.
That's why Roboco's so good. You just like drop Roboco, play Helmet Girl, get all the cards you need, sack, and then play another Roboco if needed.
Yeah, it's
But I guess
it's pretty good. It fixes, it gets the counter, and then it also gets the level 3. So
mhm.
that's one Kanata accounted for.
Oh, ditching the Roboco? Okay, no. He's making a better decision, I think, hopefully. I don't know what his hand is, obviously, but usually Roboco is just so powerful. Oh, he's ditching it, so yeah.
Oh, so the struggle is that I was playing on only my laptop. Normally, I have a laptop plus a second monitor.
Hmm.
My card game area is not. It doesn't have access to it. So whenever I'm moving the mouse around, I'm actually checking his deck list because Bro is open deck list, right? And I kind of want to be aware of what's happening with some of
Yeah.
these cards. You know, like what am I supposed to be caring about? Am I supposed to be caring about stock swap? Am I supposed to be caring about a few other things? And it's crazy to
Does
me how efficient this is, right? Like you just play down the stock soul, heal
wow.
twice, get back your
Yeah.
entire hand.
Yep.
With that brainstorm in the back row, these Kanatas are pretty big. They're pretty big.
Yeah. He doesn't have the brainstorm in the back row right now, so
Oh wait, yeah. No, no, that is
yeah.
right. The green
No, no,
card.
no. That's the green card's the when it goes away to you clock yourself salvage.
Hmm.
So he stock sold first here. Hopefully you didn't get
Oh
baited
yeah.
into
So this is
thinking.
why I said remember at the cast I was like I think my opponent might have been a little bit newer.
Yeah.
He was like clarifying. He's like, so if I stock soul first, do I get the soul?
Yeah, your 2-1s get the soul, but you're not your level threes.
I told him, well, you gotta play the stock soul. You gotta stock soul after you change, and he's like, okay. So, which God knows, I needed help in my first game because I can already tell like you don't see it so much this game because I actually drew some
Mhm.
cards that I needed. Man, this list cannot find cards. But when you open triple combo, you know it kind of you can pretend that like your deck works every game, right?
Yeah.
We see just 4 cards coming out from the Kanata player. And a
Yeah, it
backup.
looks
See,
like.
that's so rough. That
Yeah, the rough part about it is the backup is also the changer, so it's like double duty here, which is really powerful. Why is he picking up the level 1 red? I guess assume he needs to clock it for red next turn or something.
what
That would be
if
my assumption. His hand is just has no red in it.
what if he needs to infinitely clock? Oh, he has no red,
But
right? Because he healed it
yeah,
off.
yeah. He healed it off this turn. But I mean, I guess the what's her name, Miko or whatever. She's a clock encore from waiting room, so you get to pick red into clock. Anyway, I don't know. It's a weird decision picking up that Miko for some whatever reason. I assume you would just get like a climax swapper or something else to hand fix or find climaxes, especially if your Kana does live across turn.
Oh, I can tell you with the power lines on my deck, those contests are pretty strong. But what this list did have, and I did have the foresight, was I put in a James Ironwood level 3. I don't
What does
know.
that card do? Oh, I saw it in some list and I always forget what it does.
Top check 3, rearrange, bounce, and it's a Shima Kai on
Oh,
attack.
Shimakake. Was there a reason you put it in there? Were you like afraid of like neg soul walls or
Top check
something?
3, rearrange, bounce.
I mean, I guess the top check is good, but was
Go.
that like the specific reason
No, it's the
or
bounce. Because I'm playing like
okay?
an on cancel burn plus restander combo, so I want to be
Oh,
able to
okay,
bounce a
okay.
lane and then like fish for a soul
Understand.
trigger, and then like
Yeah.
use the restander last. So yeah, there was some thoughts. There were some thoughts there
Mhm.
on my optimal board configurations because the deck doesn't use a lot of stock, right? Which is
Mhm.
why I think this was like a terrible play. Was like playing these actual good cards. I think if you're playing this Yang top end, you need to be a lot more. You need to be a lot greedier with your list, like in the mid game.
Yeah.
Well, this list doesn't like really do anything in the mid game.
Mhm. It just you kind of like what sit on your combo and you hope that gets you there.
Yeah,
Is that
you
what's happening here?
you
Yeah.
sit on some pretty bad cards. I think next video we're gonna use VLC media player. I'm just gonna say that right now. We're gonna
Yeah.
up this speed. We're gonna up the speed, but we're stuck here now. We're too deep. And you see here the strongest card in the game. Yo, check this out. Dust, dust. Oh yeah, dude. I could have brainstormed, but why would you ever brainstorm when you can just dust and grab back the shopkeep?
Oh my god.
I think I still have to brainstorm, but now I think I whiff because there's a choice there, right? Because I
Is I haven't
stacked
been
it.
keeping track.
Yeah, because I stacked the choice to get the double plus last turn.
Oh, in your stock? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what's my hold up here? I don't know what I'm thinking about. Am I thinking about that choice? Am I thinking about the brainstorm? Yeah, look at that. I'm prepared to crash. Oh,
Ooh,
I don't
moving
need
the
that
brainstorm
brainstorm.
up. Oh, wait. That's a TD brainstorm too, right?
That is the TD brainstorm. It gives the
Yeah,
Weiss
so
Hand Encore, converting the garbage cards into an OK card.
understandable.
Oh, God.
It- It's a mill 5 tier, right? So you have more deck speed in a way.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, look at this board configuration. I think I didn't want to give... Okay, so what I thought was this Rize is going to whiff.
Mhm.
I'm out 8. I'm pretty sure I'm out 8. So I can't answer his board. Yeah, so I'm able to attack 3 times, push some damage, refresh 7, and deny him side attacks. I think that was my thoughts. And he told me he
Oh, I
didn't have
cancel
a...
on 3.
he told me he didn't have a tap counter showing. Wait, because I
You
know
didn't
his
have a
entire
what
hand,
showing?
right? Will
Yeah,
we
you
see?
basically know his entire hand. Oh, we're gonna get the powerful 3 cancels.
Look, sometimes this is what's like really gross about this deck compared to
Mhm.
like other ones, right? It's like, yeah, he ate a lot of damage on the first turn, but then he just he gets so many resources now. However, I also have a
Yeah.
lot of resources. Look at that stock.
Yeah, your stock is a crazy amount for the time in the game. But I mean, like after this turn, if he drops another, like in my opinion, like if I was in this game and he dropped another stock soul this next turn, I'd just be like groaning inside knowing I've already lost the game.
Why would you have already lost? He's swinging into 2 open lanes.
Listen, you think you can cancel? It's really mighty fine of you.
Look, I believe in my list. Okay, there's a lot of foils in it that helps it a lot. Also, once that period gets reversed, I'll have 1 memory.
One
Basically means,
memory
yeah,
busted.
it basically means you're invincible at that point.
True.
What is nice about this list too is, I mean, I don't play cards that actually capitalize it as well, right? Like,
Mhm.
I think the selectivity by not having like the standby for the salvage brainstorm and having like the 2 different types of brainstorms easily available is you have so much deck speed thanks to the dust package and playing the draw brainstorm and having the Weiss combo that sometimes, like, if you ever played like other similar decks where you get into a situation like this and then you just refresh a climax and then eat like or like cancel 3 times on one and suddenly you're like, I can't get through the deck, and then you just lose.
Yeah, those situations are pretty rough. Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Don't mind me just getting a climax
yeah,
back.
he drew that for turn. He drew that and a climax for
Oh
turn.
my.
Think about that. Well, I guess he could have. Wait, what did he Ricky for? Because he played
He
over and
Rickied.
salvaged. So I think he
He
might have
Rickied
salvaged for the
for.
climax swap.
Yeah, he salvaged the. I think did he salvage the Watame? I can't remember
Okay,
now.
this is another point of the
Yeah.
game. Um, so what may not be apparent is that this climax swap is in fact in front of
The
the
Rick
Pyrrha,
or the Pira. Yeah.
which
I was
means
gonna say.
this climax swap is also smaller than the Pyrrha. Which I thought this turn was like really good for me because I don't know if it's intentional or not that he did
Mhm.
this. I know that some players do side the Pyrrha. I've had multiple people side the Pyrrha and they're like, it keeps your hand quality down. Please never
Yep.
do that. It's like not actually good, I don't think.
Yeah, it's a free attacker
It's
again. So you gave him a
always
+1,
it's
and if you give
always
your opponent, yeah, you give your opponent the the choice of whether they want to get rid of it or not.
Now, what I hate about it is like half of the time that I fight the people that do that, it's like my hand is 3 climaxes, and I'm like, if my hand was not 3 climaxes, you in fact would be wrong. However, but it always gives me like right, even though if you have like 3 climaxes in hand, it still gives me a free mill 3 on my own terms and a free attacker. Well, otherwise I would have to hope to convert within that turn cycle.
Interesting. He added 4 back to hand. Like, is his hand over 7 cards now, or is it just exactly 7 now? What the heck? It's like, what
I
do you
think it's
play?
exactly 7,
He 1, 2, 3 cards.
or it might be 8.
Draw 7. Yeah, it's weird. I assumed he would have like salvaged 2 and stock charge 2, or like salvaged 3, stock charge 1, or something like that. That seems like more value here.
There he is. The best card of my deck. Then we have the good bro cut.
Does your list have a stock swap in it?
No.
It doesn't. Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah,
My problem is the Salem costs 3 stock to stock swap
yeah,
and is red.
yeah, and you don't have a
So
lot of yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of resources to put it on the board.
Mhm.
Um, it's also the wrong color because this list isn't playing red. This list is entirely playing yellow blue
Yeah,
with only the Rizes in there for the free mill.
and yeah, I think like I would have just like stock charged so much and not care if I know you don't have a stock swap, since this is the open deck list. You know?
Yeah, I think this game would have been a lot worse if my opponent was more comfortable on the deck, I feel.
Yeah,
Like, I just got this Pyrrha back. I'm on a 5 card hand. Get to keep this Rize. Uh, get to choose if I want to crash it or not. 4 climaxes left in deck, right? Because I have triple canceled, I believe, right? Or maybe I'm waiting for a refresh. Yeah, the problem is that RWBY stock swap is on a level 3, and I just think that level 3 stock swaps that have additional costs as well to stock swap are just not worth it. Because it's just so easy to it's so easy for your opponent to play around. But I also was thinking what you said. I was actually surprised when I looked at my list and it didn't have stock swap as well. Because I think before the tournament I was thinking, man, open deck list, I really should be playing a stock swap. Even if I don't intend to play. I could have just played it with 3 reds only.
yeah. I mean, just having it in the deck will make people play differently, even if you have no intention of ever like having basically setting up being able to play it. Open deck list format is just so different when you look at when you're able to see it other people's decks and stuff. You can't be like cheeky or anything like that, or make people think you have something because they have your entire list. But if you show them your list and you're like, even though you have like 3 red cards, there's still a chance that you'll be able to play it when you need it, right? You just
Yeah.
clock red and then play it, and then your opponent loses to that, so they'll maybe like not be as greedy and like stock charge like 12 cards into their stock. But
Now I'm
yeah,
struggling a lot with my hand. I think I was debating on knock lock drawing, but looking at my hand, I think I just needed a different card. I'm going to use the draw brainstorm to keep the hand healthy. And you know, to draw brainstorm, it always finds what you need.
yeah, the third climax to add to your hand.
It's horrifying when the judge comes in. My apologies to anyone watching. I did not. Sometimes I forgot to turn off the hide
Hide
non-video
other users.
participants.
Yeah.
So we see here Dust digging deep, digging 5 to guarantee me a clean refresh again. Because I think I'm in like a game state where I want to have the maximum number of climaxes possible when he swings every time.
Mm-hmm.
I put down the Jean just to pay out the choice from the 2 turns ago. That's the only reason he went down. And then we have access to the Pyrrha to be able to mill and end up refreshing 8 at the end of this turn.
Not bad of a refresh.
I mean, the Pyrrha Rize is like actually a good card. It's like one of the, I think it's like one of the strongest cards in RWBY as far as like what it actually does, right? Removing itself from the deck forever and also hand fixing in the early game.
Yeah, the condition's 2 or less in memory. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's the only card that goes to memory, so.
Yeah. Well, that's not true. The Ricky goes to memory also, right?
Uh, sometimes if you're playing those cards, yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
And my opponent's just eating damage. It's not stopping. Oh, now I remember. So the reason I was so glad that he crashed the 1 lane, I mean, if he still had a 0 up, it'd be the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it allowed me, because I think he has a tap counter in hand, and I did this order to guarantee. Wait, what was I doing? Am I thinking of a different game?
No, he has the tab counter and stuff, but you just attack in disorder, so like he gets less value or whatever.
So I could always get the memory, I think was my thought. No, that doesn't make sense. I don't think the order mattered there.
I don't I didn't really expect
Other
him
than
to
the
tap
open
counter
lane
there, but
first.
yeah.
Actually, this game doesn't have a whole lot going on until, like, other than, paying out the choice, using the brainstorm, digging through the deck again, hoping to get another turn of cancels. My finisher actually has a pretty decent amount of reach. Not through tap counter so much, but I can play around it, and I do have the stock to play around it. All right, I have 2, 4, 6, 8 stock, I see.
He's not gonna go off this turn, is he?
It's a good question, isn't it? This game
Oh
was at
man.
like 9 p.m. The entire day was a blur, kid. I'm not gonna lie.
I know, I just saw you in every single tournament. And then you got kicked out of NA or you got DQ'd out of NA or something, I remember
Yeah.
hearing.
So the problem is that, as you can see, this is my RWBY deck,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually signed up with the real list for NA. So I was supposed to slot out like a Jean, slot out all the Yang stuff, including the clean cuts, because I was going on Neon Cat. Because the clean cut as well, I think, is a terrible call in this meta, right? I'd rather have Neon Cat to bottom deck the Aquas, to bottom
Yeah,
deck the Ludicrous
Neon Cat
Runner.
is way better for sure.
Um, Even though I think that the card kind of sucks, it always whiffs. But I thought, we'll play the clean cuts because it's SP, play the Yang stuff, just have fun with one of the tournaments when I signed up. Well, they're all in the same sleeves. I'm not going to re-sleeve. I don't want to touch these cards with my hands. So when the NA tournament came up, I pulled these cards out. I was so after this tournament was over, after I was done with this, I pulled all of those cards out and then I slammed in the other cards. And I said this is good. And then the AO tournament ran late. Not the AO, the EU tournament ran
EU,
late.
yeah. Which you should have been in top 8 and you got kind of
Uh,
screwed over by it.
It happens. What I'm more
Yeah.
upset about is I felt like I was being rushed to like get to the table and start the game because
Mm-hmm.
there wasn't much time on the clock and they're like we're not going to wait for the tournament. So I felt a little like pressure. So I just pick
Yeah.
up the deck. I kind of like fan through. I don't really count it. I'm like yeah I did this at like
Mm-hmm.
2 a.m. There's no way it's wrong, right? Turns out whatever you do 2 a.m. is probably wrong. In the middle of the game in NA, I play down a Yang clean cut at level 2, and my opponent goes, "That's not in your list." And I just go, yeah, I think you're right. That's not in this list.
Unfortunate. That was just in round one, right?
That was
Or
in
was it in
round
round
one.
two?
I mean,
Yeah.
it let me go to sleep at like noon. So we see there the new refresh rule. I take the burn two because he goes with that first. And then he swings for 5. This is why it's always good to have those open lanes because you cancel on 4. Honestly, a lot of finishers like this where they have to slam like the 1K ones. If you just don't leave an open board, it's I mean, what you're seeing is what ends up happening, right?
Yeah.
And as long as that's why I was crashing level 1s every
Mhm.
time.
Yeah, if you're relatively compressed, you should expect to cancel 2 to 3 of those easy, like every round, as long as you're not like triple triggering and you're out 6 like immediately.
Okay, but did you see what just happened there?
Yeah.
I canceled on a choice 3 times in a row.
Just draw it forehand. You're fine. Don't worry.
Now then, I'm 2-6. What is my decision here? I don't remember. I think I'm getting a assessment of my opponent's situation plus my own. Also, just look at the quality of this list compared to my other, where I don't have a Pure on board, so I don't have a 2-soul beater yet. I don't have a Salvage Brainstorm, so I don't have any selectivity. The only thing I have is this Draw Brainstorm. This deck is so bad. This deck is just, like,
I know.
so infinitely bad compared to, like, everything else I normally play. And, because I'm not playing red, I don't have access to the RWBY that salvages on play. I actually have no selective pluses other than top 3 add and, like, draw. And as you can see, because my selectivity is so bad, I think I'm just counting my deck and being like, can I sandbag this turn? It's very sad, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, if you can sandbag this turn, I think it's like if you're in that position to be able to do it,
Opponent has
you're
a Marine on board, double Kana to 10 stock, and I'm like, man, can I sandbag at 2-6?
I mean, poking him down though is I feel like would be completely okay if you feel like you're compressed enough to handle this, because then you open the lanes. If they want to combo with another Marion again,
Oh
it's gonna
no.
be you're gonna be swinging for 4 4 4.
I think I looked at my hand and said it'd be really cursed if I didn't have the deck speed I needed. And once again, the judges appeared. So I'm now level 3. There's one choice in deck. I don't know where it is, but I need to draw it.
So you draw it, right? Because why wouldn't you? Oh no, that's silence.
This deck's pretty good. It's got legs. I think I'm struggling. I'm like, okay, how do I what am I supposed to do here? Draw brainstorm. Oh, so and that was another thing. So I put a 1 of Yang's dad in. Um the
Wait,
level
what is Ying's dad?
it's the pay 1 ditch 1 top check 3 from the back row. It's an act. And it's a
Okay.
global 1K on turn. That card doesn't have a soul trigger, so it's actually impossible to find. You cannot get that card. It's oh my god, look at that play right there. Do you see what just happened there?
No, I
I
missed it.
drew a Liren with the drop brainstorm. I put it down, I play over it with the Yang. Top check 3, I literally am out all of my choices. But I'm hoping to find a climax swap. But I also need to bounce a card on his board. So I use the Liren to put a card into my clock. I think this was a misplay here. I looked at more than one card. I think I should have only looked at the 3 and then been able to choose my soul triggers.
Yeah.
Because the Ironwood top check 3 rearranges.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but my Liren lets me, grab a card, put it into clock. I think I saw Climax first was the problem. And now I get the Ironwood, which allows me to bounce a card on his board and choose my triggers. Isn't that pretty nifty?
Look at you being a good player, reading your cards instead of getting third place for not reading a card.
Well, I think I was just really sad about how... I think I had like another Yang in hand, and I was like hoping... What was I needing? I don't remember what my thought was. I think I had a way... No, that doesn't make sense. I don't have a way to do that. I don't remember. No, it's terrible to say in the middle of the video, but I don't remember what my thought was here. It might have been just head empty.
Usually head empty is the best play. Trust.
I think I'm trying to figure out how to stick 6 damage on this board, man.
Did you have a second Yang?
Huh?
Do you have a second Yang in hand here, or?
Well, I know I
Wait,
had a
why'd you
Weiss...
bounce the Marin?
Because the Conatus heal. I think my thought was he already has 2 Conatas on board, and I'm not allowed to front them and kill them. So, like... I don't know. I honestly
I feel like that was a mistake.
No, it's fine.
Are you sure? Well, I assume you're dead or he's dead.
There's a Weiss restander on the board. I think I said I don't care about the Kanata. You know, you can, or the Marin. He can just have it back. It doesn't heal.
Oh, okay.
Look at this restander in an open lane. I cannot believe this play. Restander in an open lane with the Climax.
Wrong Climax too. Interesting. Wait, what's happening here? You're attacking here so he can rest first?
What are you talking about? I'm side attacking for 1.
Oh, busted. I wonder if he's like,
which
God damn it.
Cancels on 1. I'm so good at this game, Kit.
Jesus, you saw the lines, dude.
Now this is for 4. Which is lethal. No, wait, no, it's not lethal.
It's not lethal.
I'm so bad at
You're
this game.
fucked.
It's okay, though.
I hope you restand it and you swing it for 5 and it sticks.
I remember, like, after that turn ended, I was like, what a terrible turn. This, I feel like this turn was suboptimal, if we could say it the least. I think it was more of a problem with the deck itself than, like, the turn. I think the restander in the open lane was definitely the wrong play, but... Was it?
I mean, no, probably not. You could attack there last, right? And then wait, what's the condition? Is it when a center card attacks or when this attack's over?
When the end of attack, pay 2, ditch 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could use that as your last attack then, because if you're gonna side one already, you can front the Kanata, and then like even if he counters there, he can't rest counter. Even if it dies, it. Are you using the dice to make decisions again? I hate when you do this.
Yeah, I needed to figure out what the good cut was.
Oh my god. But yeah, I think. Well, wait? The effect's only when it comes into play from hand, right?
Yes, it's only on that turn.
Yeah. So like the hand on court doesn't matter. No. I don't know. You probably attacking into the Kanata was better than open lane. But you're a mad lad.
He cancels on 1. And you know, I'm like, man, fresh deck cancels on 1 after eating 5. What was my thought there? I think my head was empty. I think I thought he was out 8. And I didn't know. He backs up.
He just refreshed. How could you... Anyway. Yeah.
What?
Is he dead?
Yeah, he died.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Jesus, get me out of this game. Why are we... Oh, no.
Huh?
All right, our next video is going to be...
Dude, you just, like, whenever we go to tournaments, you know, you weren't looking at my end of the table.
Fair, understandable. Usually, I'm not at table 500, so no.
Oh, understandable. Even though we're on the same table together.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think that game was. I think that these Australia games when we're doing these commentaries, I think they're going to be a little bit rougher, just
Oh
because I
yeah.
think my deck's not very good, and I mean we're talking about why, right? So like people can understand like why
When did you
is
start
this.
losing? Round 3 or round 2, or was your first
This was
loss?
a pretty fast run for me.
Oh,
This
okay.
was my only win.
Your your only win? You played out that
No,
tournament?
no, 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 no. I went
Oh,
one
okay, okay,
two
okay.
and immediately said I can't handle this list anymore. I almost couldn't
Okay,
handle it that game. But I opened
fair.
triple Weiss at the beginning, so the deck didn't feel that bad, right? When you open triple combo and you have no resistance from your deck, list feels a little okay. When you start being like, I can't find anything and my cards don't get them for me, the deck becomes like it quickly becomes unplayable, right? When like your plays are I have to crash a Ricky to be able to salvage a brainstorm so I can have access to my brainstorm, you you suddenly go, I don't want to play this anymore. Like, right, I'll go to the next tournament where I'm not playing this.
Yeah, where you're not forced to play the absolute garbage, understandable.
But yeah, that's it for round one. This is Australia, round one, and I am currently 1-0. And we'll come back next time for more.
Yeah, and next time it'll be 2 times speed, so we don't have to sit through the struggle here as bad. We'll see you guys in the next video.